Hi, all of you. Good afternoon. So, again, we are connecting for an important discussion today. Students of class 11, and you all will gain an immense from this particular discussion of this particular presentation. So, a warm welcome, a very good afternoon, and my special thanks and greetings to all the important persons, teachers, and other important people who are present in today's webinar. So, today's discussion is based on a very important topic, and it will help you for your overall physical development because it is related to physical fitness. So I'm sharing my screen regarding today's webinar discussion, physical fitness. So before that, I just wanted to know from you, just raise your hand. You need not say anything. How many of you are involved in any sort of extracurricular activities? I mean to say, apart from studies, you all are playing games or doing yoga. Just raise your hand. You did not answer. Or any of you are involved in any sort of playing games apart from your school, whatever you're doing in your school, you're not learning anything, cricket, basketball, football, or any form
Okay.
of, just raise your hand. I can see only one hand. So only one of you are only doing physical. Oh, I can see now some of you. Okay. So you all are learning certain things like physical activities you all are doing. Okay. So nice to know about it because it is very important. Why Because not only that we're sitting all day attending classes, doing our studies, but the fact is that physical activity is important for our overall physical development, for keeping ourselves strong, healthy. So a famous person, he once mentioned in his quotation, physical fitness is not only one of the most important keys to a healthy body, it is the basis of dynamic and creative intellectual activity. Okay? So Kennedy mentioned this that it is the key to healthy body, but it is also for intellectual activity. So we do a lot of activities throughout the day, and we need to understand how it can help to give us an idea regarding our overall development that is related to mental and physical development, for which physical development is a part of our daily activity. Because if I consider myself, I'm not a student, I'm a teacher, but I'm taking plenty of classes throughout the day. But I also go for a brisk walking, 15 minutes I keep for that activity because it is for your overall physical activity, for your physical development, so that I can keep myself healthy. So now, what is this physical fitness? As mentioned in the slide, we understand that it is the ability to perform daily activities with lot of strength. We say vigor and strength. These two words go simultaneously. Okay. And without undue fatigue. So this word fatigue is very important in our life. That means you develop some sort of lethargy, you're not feeling well, you're not getting that energy to work, you're feeling exhausted, you're feeling tired. Okay, so that way fatigue develops. So this can happen in several ways. Maybe you're constantly going on studying, throughout the day you're studying. I mean, in the weekend also, apart from the normal school days, you're just related to like bookworm. You're only doing studies and all, nothing, no other activity. Or maybe you're giving too much time for screen related work, whatever. So different ways fatigue develops. So now I want to show you the other slides where they've mentioned that what is this physical fitness. As I told you, it is related to the development of our body, the way the body functions. So it is we can say, a particular word, the essence of human well-being. Okay, the main factor, the cornerstone of the main factor, and a state of complete physical, mental, and social wellness. In this modern lifestyle, the word sedentary, I will explain to you all later because it is mentioned clearly what is this sedentary lifestyle, as most of us are living. We need to understand that physical fitness gives us numerous benefits and also for our overall growth. So whatever physical activity, it can be in any form. For example, if you'll ask me a question that, ma'am, is it mandatory that we need to do exercise? Is it mandatory that we need to do any form of yoga because already we are having so much pressure of studies? My answer would be no. Why? Because it is not mandatory, but one thing I can add here that physical activity is required. Any form of physical activity you be involved. Maybe playing game. I'm not talking about indoor game, obviously. Any outdoor game, walking, okay, or doing any form of exercise. I mean, it is shown in the picture. The person is doing a form of, that these push-ups or whatever. We say this form of exercise. So if you're not getting that much time, the routine should be any form of physical exercise. So maintain a routine. I know the school days, it's not possible because you'll reach home late, you're pretty tired. In the weekend, if you all can plan out in that way, that I will take 25 minutes walk. Okay, now when exam time comes again, that gets, disturbed. That normal routine gets disturbed. So that has to be given a clear-cut understanding. So in human history, we have seen that it was maintained through what happened long time back. I'm talking about when, long time back means it's quite couple of years back. I can say nearly 100 years back or more than that, 500 years back also. They mentioned their hunting, farming, manual labor. Today, the agricultural productivity, whatever we are gaining, the agricultural output, India is particularly, we can say that India is a country blessed with so many agricultural productivity. We're having so many farmers growing crops and all, okay. And they're giving so much labor for that. So that is exactly, they have mentioned their manual labor. Okay. So with advancement of technology, what has happened? Physical fitness has become an option to us now. Whether we should do physical fitness or not, that has become a matter of choice. But we have seen it emerged. It gained importance after World War II, because when any person, they joined that army or in military service, so they were tested, okay, whether they're fit for that particular military service or not. So with passage of time, with advancement of science, technology, a lot of things have emerged. So this has changed our lifestyle also. So now we think less about it. There's so many students, you won't believe, young students who are getting diabetes, are getting affected by diabetes, obesity, because they don't do any physical activity and overall they're taking junk food. So you all cannot say that you all are exception in that case. I cannot say, I do not notice any fat students sitting in the class. But if you're having later any health complication, so to be aware, to keep yourself in the safe side, it is advisable that you all do any sort of physical activity. So the C, as I told you, the physiological advantages are, well documented. It says multiple. Regular exercise, it gives us lot of benefit. Cardiovascular means related to heart. There have been some young students also who developed attacks. One of my friend, while I was in college, she passed away. She had a mild attack and she passed away. I just joined college. She was with me in class 11 and 12. Later, I heard the news of her death after I entered college, that she had passed away because she was a little bit, having obesity problem also. So I came across 2, 3 persons in my life who had passed away and they were obese. They having a lot of obesity. You understand? They're quite fat, stout or fat, I can say. One was one of my friends. She was my school friend. Another was one of my professor. He passed away during COVID. But one of the major causes was his obesity. So they are prone, because there was no exercise and he was constantly related to these university programs and all this. He also developed a cardiac arrest and within a few minutes he passed away. So this cardiovascular system is related to heart. So that obesity, risk of stroke, whatever, heart disease, heart attack, and all this, if you maintain that physical activity, if you're doing it in a proper way, so it boosts up your immunity system, your muscular system, your cardiovascular system, all the system gets balanced. So that is why it is very important. And as you all raised your hand, I saw most of you are involved in physical activity. So it is an advice from my side that you all continue it, don't leave it. So in this particular picture, you all can see, okay, that picture shows that some form of exercise. So it is not merely the absence of disease or illness. So positivity also develops from that. You start thinking positively. Always, if you are like having illness, fever, that means your immunity system is not proper. You're prone to fever, in a month or maybe every alternate month or maybe thrice or 4 times and whatever, you're getting attacked by fever or any other form of illness you're having. So that means your immunity system has got affected. That you should keep in mind. So this immunity system doesn't only, it's not only based on your food, whatever food you're taking, that is one of the important factors, obviously, but also your physical activity. That is why at the young age, we teach the school children. When my son was in school, they learned a lot of PT was one of the important subjects. But apart from that, he learned karate. So there are parents who involve their kids in like a lot of physical activity, karate, basketball, throw ball, whatever, cricket, okay, football, swimming. Swimming is a great physical activity. So as I said, it helps you for your, together it works, and that helps you for your overall system, okay, development of your overall system. Now, as I told you, there are certain components which gives us muscular strength, certain factors we can say. You all have studied, I think you all had biology in your class 10, maybe in your science, I think you all have studied portion of biology is known to you all. So the cardiovascular endurance means what? Endurance means the tolerance. That means how much you can tolerate. That means your body is fighting against that. So when people get this attack, sudden attack, cardiac arrest and all this, suddenly rushing. So it depends on several factors. It is not matter of one day the person got an attack. But obviously life is unpredictable. Something is bound to happen. It is inevitable. But if we maintain that balance, then we can also keep ourselves safe so that we won't fall a prey or become victims of the situation. It happened with one of my professors I just told you, because he was having multiple qualification and he was a professor of several university, but he was not involved in any physical activity. So just within a span of few minutes, I mean, he started feeling uncomfortable and then the next day the thing happened within a couple of hours. So means he was not having that much physical activity. So it doesn't mean that even if you're doing physical activity, you're not prone to that this type of disease, cardiovascular disease or whatever. But the chance is less. So because it maintains the balance with your heart and your lungs. You have studied in biology, okay? So the supplying oxygen properly, promoting your muscular strength, your stamina, whatever. And also in case of your formation of bones. So when a child slowly just starts growing, maybe joins school, so the parents at a young age, they involve their kids in different activities, dancing also. Okay, dancing. Any form of activity which involves physical movement of the body, that is only physical activity, and that is related to physical fitness. So apart from the young kids, even the aged persons are now doing physical activity. They're going to the gym. Irrespective of age, anyone can join a gym. I mean, just take a consultation from the doctor if you're joining any gym. Because if you join any gym and later if you leave it, then it can lead to complication. So the natural activities which are around us, like playing games, okay, any sort of games which you like to play, jumping, skipping. When I was a child, I was doing a lot of skipping. I like skipping. Okay. So anyway, basketball, we had some of the games in our school, and any other form of activities, you all can involve yourself. Now I want to show you all the components of physical fitness. As I told you all, certain factors, components means physical fitness is made up of certain factors. Suppose if I say this particular table is made up of wood. So wood is a component of that particular table. So physical fitness is related to certain factors. So what are those factors? Just see here. Heart's ability to pump blood efficiently. So whenever you're doing any form of exercise as shown in the particular figure here, I mean diagram or this pictorial representation, you can see jogging, any running, okay. And India has given birth to famous persons also in the field of sports. PT Usha, the first name which comes to my mind is PT Usha, because being a woman, I appreciate her because she's a world famous athlete. Okay, then Sania Mirza in the field of tennis. Okay, we have seen so many people have, I mean, persons came and they acquired reputation also. So, because this not only they brought fame and glory for the country, but they were also involved. They gave good examples to the coming generations also, that they did so much things, so many physical activities. They maintained the system also in a proper way. Now, here I'd like to give you an example of a particular player. I think you all might have heard of his name, Leander Paes. Have you all heard of Leander Paes? He was famous in the field of badminton, probably, or tennis. I don't distinctly remember. I'm getting confused. Anyway, he was a famous player. Now, this person, he was a famous player. He developed lot of problems because even in spite of being a great player, there were certain tapeworms which came across his hand. His hand was full of tapeworms. Because, even in spite of doing physical activity, maybe badminton or tennis, I'm not sure, maybe one of them, he actually consumed the diet, whatever food he ate, that was quite rich in certain things like sausage, chicken sausage, ham, and all this type of thing, burgers. So ultimately, his brain got affected. Okay. So there are other examples of players who have developed certain types of disease. So the question can come to your mind, my students, that ma'am, these players, they did physical activities, then why did they develop this disease? The reason is that together, two things you need to work out. Like you have seen, yoga and meditation, these two terms are interrelated with each other. So the fact is that Leander Paes, even in spite of his physical activity, whatever he was doing, he developed those tapeworms because I told you he consumed food which was rich in protein. I mean, if you consume something which is having excess, that is also bad for your health. So that you have to keep in mind that only physical activity will not help me. Only diet will also not help me. I need to work out simultaneously, as I told you, side by side. Physical fitness as well as your diet. So because he was less cautious about his food intake, so he developed the tapeworm or whatever as I told you. So the components are related to diet also as well as your physical activity. And as I showed you, so the body composition, which I will discuss in the succeeding slide, that is how much fat your body should acquire. Nothing that you have to be extremely, I mean, obese or fat, or you have to be extremely thin. It depends upon how much capacity. Everyone's capacity or everyone's stamina or strength is not the same. Muscular strength, you can see the person is holding a particular iron, that we said, the wrestling competition, the wrestlers, they hold this type of things. Okay. So the maximum force the muscle can exert. Forcibly, if you want to do anything and if you get hurt by that, then it is not advisable. Sometimes doctors say that don't do anything which is excess. So it can create an imbalance. So, as I mentioned, that body composition, how much fat is required, flexibility. Okay. And muscle and muscular endurance means the ability of the muscle, because the muscles, they also have some, they're doing also some functions. So that sit-ups, push-ups, performing multiple tasks, okay, lighter weight, heavy weight. So these are, we have seen in India, like in the wrestling competition, the wrestlers, they try to, I mean, lift up something which is heavy. So they're used to that. Suddenly one day you go home and you want to do it as an experiment, so you can get hurt by that and your system can get affected. So don't try to do anything out of experiment. Just try to do, and if you see that, okay, it's not up to your level or you're facing any sort of discomfort, anything problematic, then it is advisable you consult any doctor, any family person, any elderly person, and then you go for those type of things. Otherwise, normal playing of games is also physical activity. Yoga, gymnastic, and pilates. I'm not sure of the third word, but yoga we all know, and gymnastic also, as I told you. So in the gym, if you go, there are certain trainers who give you training. So that gym also you need to understand how well you are performing. Okay. So the skill related components are your ability to change direction while maintaining that control. Okay. Like suddenly you are able to do certain things quickly, rapidly. We say rapidly. Rapidly is the correct term here. Okay. So your body parts need to get well integrated. I mean, well balanced with the other systematic, I mean, with the other areas which you are working. So that part needs to have a sort of coordination, we say. So this person you can see is holding something, is trying to do some form of exercise, but it should be seen that whether he's able to perform it, whether it is giving him any pain or not. Okay. So these things should be kept in mind. Showing the presentation or showing that whatever is written here and the pictorial representation doesn't indicate that you'll have to follow the same path, but it is a guidance or weapon or a tool to you to give you that understanding, as I told you in the beginning, that any form of activity will help you for your overall development. So if you want to enter into any competition, like in the school, we are this, I mean, entering into the what we say athlete, okay, that I mean throwing the javelin or that race, okay, we are racing against time, we say, so we are entered into different forms of activities in the sports, short race, flat race, okay, then we had that sack race, so these type of activities we are there in the sports. So you need to understand that how well you are able to perform that. You're running at a great speed and you fell down. So what happened? Because you're running at a great speed and you fell down, so you got injured. Now you are not accustomed to that form of running. Maybe you want to enter into a competition with your friend who is a good athlete, who is a good runner. But you are not accustomed, you are not habituated, you tried out suddenly. So that speed is a matter to you. So it is that is what I told you, that everybody is not born with the same capacity or the same strength. You all need to understand that how much your body permits. Okay. So as I said, coordination, the word I used here. So the ability to use different parts of the body together smoothly and efficiently. Okay. Now, whenever I think, I don't know how many of you are interested in dancing. Like we have Indian dancing, Western dance, okay, classical dance, Kathak, so many dance, different forms of. I also learned dancing. I have learned Kathak, Bharatanatyam, okay. So that was extremely enchanting and delightful for me. I was extremely passionate about dancing. And even when I grew in age and I just give a short video to my son, and it came in the YouTube because I liked it. But later I feel that as per my age, I shouldn't go on for dancing because it is not permissible, because everybody grows with passage of time. Age is a matter. But dancing is a form of exercise. Now, when you are practicing any dance, the steps, especially for the girls I'm talking about, and the boys there, because we have seen Uday Shankar, he was a male dancer, okay, Birju Maharaj. So, if you're feeling comfortable with the steps, like Kathak, it has several steps. You have to put the steps rapidly, okay? So, it is something which is related to speed. On the other hand, Bharatanatyam is sort of your neck exercise, your this organ, that eye movement, and all this, okay? It is also a form of, dance, but as Kathak, you have to do everything very rapidly. So I'm just highlighting this example for the girls or those who are learning dancing or maybe interested to join in any form of dance, Western dance. So if those who are doing Western dance or all these, other forms of dance, so it is quite rapidly you have to perform. We have seen in the Bollywood movies and all, okay? So don't you think it is quite stressful for them? We enjoy the movies, but they have to put a lot of labor behind that. I heard an interview of a celebrity where they said that they have to go for long hours of shooting, because they have to give plenty of time. So everything has to be watched out, examined carefully before they enter into any movie or any film in that way. So the coordination has to be maintained in case of dancing also. That is the example I want to give you. Dancing is a good form of exercise. And maybe you are dancing very slowly. Like in the European dances we have seen, okay, there are different forms of dance or different forms of dances which we all may learn later or you are already learning. But the coordination, the balance of the body, that is to maintain equilibrium. Okay, you're not jumping as you're dancing and jumping is not the same thing. But now different forms of dancing we have seen in the movies that coming up that where the actor or the hero of the movie, suddenly starts jumping also. So that is also the balance he needs to maintain. Break dance is a critical example. Okay. So you have to understand that how much time it is taking to respond to that stimulus because the brain sends us certain signals and we respond accordingly. So here you can see fitness testing and assessment. Sometimes before going for any competition or if you want to go for any sort of higher studies, this test you, physical test you have to give, whether you're having any sort of disease, because in other countries they don't allow. If you're suffering from any vital health issue, anything like that, a chronic ailment or chronic illness, and if you're going abroad for higher studies, which may be the ambition of some of you, so physical test, they tell the doctor certificate, everything. Because if you're having any sort of chronic illness, why they don't allow you? No, the reason is that if you're going to any other country and if you're not having that much understanding that you're having some suffering from any sort of problem which is chronic, so they're afraid if you're going outside abroad, those people who are staying in abroad, they're afraid. Why? Because they feel that that disease can also enter their country. Somebody can become victims of the disease. That is why physical tests sometimes they ask for, they want to check the doctor's prescription and everything. At the time of immigration, lot of difficulties come. So what I want to tell you, this is actually a common fitness test where push-up, sit-up, flexibility test, 12-minute running. Okay, so it depends upon how often you're doing the exercise. This type of exercise, as you can see in this particular picture. So if you now you say, "Ma'am, you showed me in the webinar, so I tried it in my home." And then you became sick or you just some of your body part got affected or you got injured or you're having any sort of pain. So then it is not advisable that you should do this type of exercise. Whatever permits, whatever is as per your capability and as per your strength. Okay. So it depends upon the kind of exercise performed. Okay. And also the number of sessions. Like maybe your gym trainer told you, okay, you have to go for 2 years or 1 year session. You have to need to take certain sessions in your gym. So that is also a matter of time. So everything is time oriented. Like you all told me, you raised your hands. So some of you are learning or doing some sort of physical activity. So that is also a matter of time. When my son started learning karate, so he had to give several belt examination. You all might have heard of this karate. It's a famous game, and most of the people, students, they feel like learning karate because it is an extracurricular activity. When you go for your job interviews, they ask you as a question in the interview that any form of physical activity, any extracurricular, that is also counted. So you have to give different belt examination, and those involve physical activity, martial arts. Okay, martial arts and also some form of taekwondo, doing something with the weapon. And he was completely stressed out. So that is why I kept it during the weekend, maybe one day in the week and weekend. So that next day he gets ample time to take rest and sleep and he can focus on study. So now I'm not telling that all of you have to be involved in karate. One of my relatives, she's learning. She's a mother of 2 kids. So she's learning karate at this age because she wants to maintain that her body structure in that way. So at this age, if you say that, ma'am, why don't you learn karate? I mean, it will be quite ridiculous because my system will not permit, okay? Because with passage of time, as I told you, so it depends upon your system. There are aged persons in my area, the place where I'm staying in Kolkata, you won't believe, the Marwari people, the collection of people together, they are playing badminton and throw ball. One fine morning when I passed, in evening time and the weekend I saw, I mean, quite aged, maybe in the 70s or late 60s. So they make it a point that every weekend, maybe during Sundays, because most of them are business or service, they just put up a net and they're playing some form of games at this age. I was just, I mean, stunned to see them. So I felt that then everybody can do anything, but as I said, that age is a factor and your system should permit. The famous cricketer Sourav Ganguly, you'll have heard of his name. His wife is now become a world famous dancer, and she's giving dancing lessons also. Now there's added advantage that in online some yoga they show the techniques. YouTube is the, you open the YouTube, you try to do, but as I told you, whether you do it, you're learning from online lessons in yoga or offline, you all need to understand how much it is, I mean, how much you're gaining from that, how much your body is able to take it in that way, grab it in that way. Okay, because maybe they're showing some form of exercise in online, but you are able, when you're doing those things, you're finding some difficulty, you're facing some issues. So that's the thing you need to understand. If you're taking any, there are so many advertisement coming up with online exercises, okay, online yoga classes. So any form of physical activity which gives you happiness and comfort. Now there are certain tests for the fitness level the government of our country has introduced. I will just explain one of them. All the tests I'm not explaining that way, but only one I will show you as an example. SAI, Sports Authority of India, Khelo India test. So it is a comprehensive physical fitness test and it is included in the curriculum, which includes different parts of fitness. So I've just me just show to you this particular test, then we'll discuss the other factors. So just see the main objective of this particular test, as we can see here, promote a culture of fitness and sports at the grassroots level. So we can see a young student, she's sitting, she's doing some sort of exercise with her hand and she's stretching out her leg also, okay? She has stretched out her legs. It helps identify promising young athletes with natural aptitude for specific sports. You want to enter into, you're extremely interested to join any form of sports, as I told you, basketball or maybe volleyball, okay, those type of games which are quite difficult to learn initially. Later you can, with passage of time, you become habituated with that. So then you have to give a form of test. So they provide a structured or a standardized way by means of which you can understand that, okay, I need to clear this test because I am not as per the requirements what they are demanding. So these tests provide an insight. These are, we call, standardized tests. They provide an insight on understanding because for your overall improvement of your health. So physical fitness, as I mentioned, it encourages greater participation in sports. So if you perform any one of the tests, my own relative, my cousin sister's daughter, she's a national swimmer. Even she got an offer from abroad. Okay, and she's continuing her studies also to great heights. She has completed her masters from JU, and now she joined Pune, another institute, Gokhale Memorial Institute in Pune for I mean, she completed her graduation from Jadavpur University, Kolkata, and now her master she's gone to Pune. So till date, she was learning swimming. Now she had to go to Pune. I don't know what facility she will get there for swimming or all. So I just asked, I mean, when I met her, I asked her, how did she manage? She scored nearly 95% in a CBSE. Can you imagine? In spite of maintaining every day, she used to come back after her studies, go for swimming in the evening time, wake up late night and finish her studies. And she secured well in her board exam in class 10 and in 11, 12 also. So what I want to tell you, my students, that don't keep this wrong conception in your mind that there's a particular saying. I think you all have heard of this famous quotation: if there is a will, there is a way. So if you have the desire, that if you're able to balance, obviously, because see, all of us are not born with the same talent. She was able to manage, so I'm not saying that everybody will be able to manage. I don't want to compare. But if any form of physical activity, if you'll do if you're not started yet, I should advise that this is a high time you all should start, because it is for your overall growth and physical development, for promoting good health. Just remember my words today, today's date, that ma'am has just mentioned two words: promoting good health. So creating this national fitness index, so certain data they collect as per the age groups, as per the genders requirement, and that is for how much you can promote. Okay, you are invited to join this team, like cricket, when if you want to enter into that level. Okay, one time one of my son's friend and my son, both of them together, they were playing table tennis. It is a very nice game. I really love playing table tennis. Whenever I go on for any travel, if I find any table tennis good, that is the only game we can do irrespective of age, I feel that. So table tennis, that to and from movement. So now they got an offer, but because of studies they couldn't accept it, because this is I mean, the particular trainer told that okay, we'll make involve into a competition. So what happens when you enter into any competition? They create a fitness schedule index, we say. They test your fitness level, how much you're physically fit to enter into that particular competition, whether you're suffering from any ailment. There are students, there are kids who suffer from problem when they dive into the water, swimming. Okay, one of my son's family physician, family doctor, she mentioned that please don't involve him into swimming because he was getting frequently cough and cold. So it depends upon us. I mean, everybody's system is different. So it varies from one person to another. So that doctor was of the opinion, but there were other friends of his who did swimming, who completed, and they even entered into competition. So that is why the overall thing which I want to tell you, I showed you examples, and let me come over to the previous slide, that you do whatever the way your system takes it in that way. Okay, don't do anything forcibly. So now, before I show you the this second slide, sorry, previous slide, just a minute. Brockport physical test, BPFT, Brockport physical fitness test, another standard test which might be used to measure physical fitness with special needs. So there are students who might be, I mean, kids or children who might physically, we say, physically handicapped, okay, disabled. There are homes for this special type of children, like with some sort of disorder. They're born with some sort of inability, so physically handicapped, and it is a challenge for them. So certain tests are conducted because they also want to do. You understand? So there are also students who are interested, who are not having that much. I mean, normal way, they are born in a normal way, but maybe later they developed, or maybe they're born with some sort of inability. So there are special trainers, special homes, special agencies, also the institutions which are looking after those type of people handicapped. So there may be students also having that requirement, that because I'm having this handicap issue, so I'm not able to join in that particular sport. So certain tests are also conducted. Okay. Now that BMI, body mass index, is a particular method to calculate the body composition, which I will show you. And as I told you, I gave this particular, I think, webinar discussion. I don't know whether in your class or class 9, I don't know, that asanas. Okay, so these type of asanas, long time back, the hermits, the sages, the monks, they used to do. The rishis, we can say. Because it was also a form of exercise. Like we say pranayama. Okay, it's a form of breathing exercise. So Kapalvati. So these sitting at home, these are also type of exercise. But the difference is that here you're not making too much movement of your body. But the moment you're walking, climbing up the stairs, climbing down, if you do 4 times a day, then for some sort of physical activity. If you're having that you will not use any lift. If you're staying in a flat or you don't want to use the lift, or running, jogging, skipping, and walking. Walking is a great exercise. Now the doctors are saying that if you just take a brisk walk, that is also enough. So these practical tests were conducted, and we have different centers also, agencies also, so that the fitness portion develops among the student. Those who want to gain that understanding, who want that interest, they are passionate about it. Okay, that they really love to do that. Many of them have made their career in that area. Now, what is this body composition? I want to just give you an understanding to this. Proportion of fat and non-fat, muscle, bone, and water in your body. Okay. While not an activity, it is a measure of physical fitness, which is a combination of certain things and other components, that is you can calculate your body mass index. So doctor, they use some method to calculate this. I'm not sure how the way the doctor uses. So you can see in the diagram, it's a small diagram where they've highlighted how much should be the carbohydrates. Just few days back, and I think yesterday also when I visited, doctor tells us nowadays that give less emphasis to carbohydrates because they are just energy giving. For example, cakes, pastries, bread. So carbohydrate proportion to be included in your diet. I'm not telling that make it too much low, but here they mentioned 5%. You don't make so less. 10-15% is also okay. But protein should be more. But that is as per their choice of, I mean, how much nutrients intake of food. But here they are saying that when you're calculating that BMI, then protein, fat, water, and carbohydrates together constitute your body composition, as they mentioned here, proportion of fat and non-fat muscle. So you can see the highest percentage is water. I just want to ask you a simple question now. Please be very honest and answer me, okay? It's a very simple question. How many of you drink at least 1 liter water every day? First is 2 liters water. How many of you drink? 2 liters mean, I'm just showing. This is my flask. So if this type of flask, I think 3 flasks, if I highlight in same type of flask, 3 flasks, if I just show you together. So this can be like 3 liters roughly. Okay, 3 or 4 flasks, this type. Okay. So how many of you consume 2 liters of water per day? Can you all just raise your hand? This type of flask, I mean 2 liters of water, 3 to 4 flasks, like this type. 2 liters, no response. 1 liter, only one flask of water you consume. I mean to say, this one flask of water you all consume, how many of you? One flask of water, you can see the flask here. How many of you consume only this one flask of water? Let me see. Raise your hand. So you're, yeah, I can see some hands. Okay. So I must say that you are consuming less water. This flask, which I don't know how much it is visible in your screen. This is actually minimum, I mean, that is the target. Every day, 2 flasks you have to complete. More than that, it should be nearly 3. Because I am consuming more than 2, nearly 3 I am consuming. Okay. So now the question comes that so much of water together, no. It will put a effect on your kidney. So much water together not selling you. In sips, different sips you can take, frequent intervals. Okay. When you are home, you consume more water. In class, you consume less water because I know you have to go to the toilet. So that's the thing, that water consumption should be accordingly. Now, water comes to us not only from this water, whatever we are taking. Do you know there's another particular fruit which has huge consumption of water? Can you all guess which type of fruit I'm talking about? It is very common. You'll take it in your diet, in your sandwiches, we use it. Can you all guess? One particular fruit which we use in the salads, sandwiches. Can you all guess? It has huge constitution of water. Nobody can guess. Cucumber. Cucumber. Cucumber has certain percentage of water inside it. That is why you will see when you feel thirsty, if you take a cucumber, suppose you're traveling. Like we used to do in a childhood in a train, some peddlers came up with selling fruits, cucumbers. Please cut it now in front of us. We don't want to consume that already, which has been cut and showing, displaying to the no. You cut the cucumber, you just peel it, and we used to take a lot of cucumbers. I really loved cucumber. Nowadays, I don't know, with the application of this insecticide and pesticides, the taste of cucumber has disappeared. So if you just lost, I mean, thin slices of cucumber, if you bring with your food, I don't know what type of tiffin you'll bring. So you don't feel that much thirsty. I mean, always bringing heavy food or those junk food, whatever. 1 or 2 pieces of those cucumber would be enough. Then grapes. Grapes, they help you to reduce